Hello, hello, good people. Uh, this is Samuel. Let's talk about this. And I know some of you all are going already. Some of my faithful subscribers are like, no, not Shola King. Shula King. We like him. We like this guy. No, Samuel, no, no. Yes, I like him too. But if someone is doing propaganda, you need to call them out. At this point, I describe us as a canoe like rapidly sinking. And at this point, you have to engage in struggle with people. Even if you like them, you have to engage in struggle with people if they're doing something that you know is propaganda or you're doing something that is not helpful for the community. Because we're sinking at a rapid pace, as everyone knows. And this is not the time to just say, okay, I like this person. So what this person did is not helpful for us, but since we like him, we'll give him a pass. You need to point out when someone is doing something that is not pro communal, pro community. So, uh, our favorite online comedian, I don't know why I can't talk today, did a little skit. You know how he finds films, little videos, and then he laughs about it. And then if there's something to make a social commentary about for a few minutes or a few, well, not minutes, for a minute or two, he'll do it. Right? So we've all seen the Shula King videos. And we know that he laughs about it. And then if there's something where he needs to make some commentary, he can do it in like 30 seconds. He's very good at that, right? Okay. So I guess this Easter season, a church, you know how many of them do, we do the skits. And we recruit people to do the skits to play, Jesus or Mary and everything. So apparently, this church recruited maybe one of the deacons, one of the old deacons to play Jesus on the cross. And so you have a picture of this old guy hanging from the cross, this old black guy hanging from the cross, and he actually looks pretty miserable. So it is something that to laugh about. So Shula King showed the photo, and he starts laughing. He starts laughing. He starts laughing. He started laughing. Okay, this is a 3-minute video. At some point, you're expecting him to, make one or two jokes and then say, oh, this is, yeah, the age is wrong, but actually, this is a little bit more accurate than the Swedish surfer guy that's been pushed on us for how many years? How many hundreds of years? We was waiting for that little 30-second commentary. The commentary never came. I've never seen a Shirley King video in which he simply laughed for 3 minutes and 16 seconds. I think once he took time out to say the joke was, what in the geriatric Jesus is this? Something like that. So 3 minutes of laughter. At a certain point, it became propaganda. Okay, at a certain point, you realize, okay, so he's not going to point out that this is actually more accurate than the propaganda that's been pushed down our throats for centuries. That never came. This is something where he should have given his brilliant 30 seconds bit of social commentary. The commentary never came. It never came. So at this point, he's laughing for 3 minutes, but he's laughing at himself. And he's laughing at us. He's laughing as the 1.2 billion of us. Because time and time again, we have these opportunities to help ourselves, to free our mind, and we don't take them. We don't take them. Okay. At the time that they say Jesus existed, there were no white people in that area. except for the Romans. And even the Romans at that time did not look like the Swedish surfer guy that is being pushed and promoted throughout the world. Yes, that's accurate. That's an accurate. This is not some sort of thing that comes out of the depth of somebody's imagination. This is actually the actual factual truth. At that particular time, that people I believe Jesus to have lived, the only white people there were the Romans doing the colony stuff, which they always do. And even those Romans did not look like the surfer guy, right? So when we have opportunities to free ourselves a little bit and we don't take it, we can't then turn around and say, okay, uh, how look how we're being oppressed. We're oppressing ourselves. We're oppressing ourselves. Now the response in the comment section is going to be like, but he's a comedian. That's what you militants do. You know, I mean, that's not his job. As that's your job as a militant. His job as a comedian is simply to make funny, right? And that gets to the point of this whole. That's what the militants do. Where now and this has been going on for a long time, where information is presented and people just kind of have a little folder in their mind where they just say, okay, this is what the militants are saying. It's not something information where they will evaluate whether to incorporate the information in their lives. They just kind of pull it in their file. This is what the militants say. Okay. Now tomorrow, I'm going to do a video showing how someone has completely messed themselves up. They had a business that they were doing and they messed themselves up. And potentially they have wrecked their potential bag of millions, a bag worth millions. They have jeopardized it. They may not get this bag worth millions because they had the folder. They had a folder saying this is what militants do and this is what I'm going to do. But you know, this is someone who, based on his education, has the information. At some point, he was introduced to the information, but he put it in his little folder. The same way, many of you are all going to say, you know what? You know, the folder of militants. You militants are supposed to say that, but Shula's job is to make comedy. So that's a comedy. Comedy where he laughs for three minutes and don't say anything. Okay. Where we have black children throughout the world under mental enslavement, where we have people believing that the white man is God, all that stuff, and you had an opportunity to just make some small commentary, which you normally do. You don't do it. You decide to laugh for 3 minutes, which is propaganda at this point. So look for my video that I'm going to do after this one, and you will see an example of how will mess you up personally. If your position is, yeah, I subscribe to a few of the militants and see what they're talking about, and then I put it in a little file, and then I just go on with my normal life. Okay, I'm gonna show you what a young man did, how he's right now is under risk of losing a bag worth millions because he had that mentality. I'll talk to you again later. Thank you. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Thank you very much.